Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from Singapore. We did not have a good qualifying session at all. We did make it to Q3 at least, and then we wrecked out. We actually went P1 in Q2, which would have been nice if that would have actually been Q3. But instead we wrecked out in Q3, and we will roll off from 10th. Kimmy will roll off from 3rd, so hopefully he can pull us forward. Hopefully. I don't know how this race is going to turn out. I usually don't fare well at street circuits, even though I love them so much. I don't know. We'll see. As we inch closer to the end of the season, and we're going to hopefully try to make one more upgrade, and I think we'll be able to. Yeah, we're going to be able to. We're going to be able to do the barge board, so that'll be the last thing we do before we cease R&D. So we'll finish up about right here. Pretty sure everybody else is going to cease R&D as well. I don't know how that works, but we'll see. Either way, I'm going to now head on to the race.
Hello and welcome one and all to the shining streets of Singapore. Can you believe we've been coming here for nearly a decade now? It feels like only yesterday that Felipe Massa was dragging his fuel hose down the pit lane in that eventful opening race, and in a Grand Prix won from pole position more often than not. Will we see a new victor crowned today? Situated just 88 miles north of the equator, this 3.5-mile circuit is hot, it's humid, and is an incredible test for the drivers as they try to fight their cars around the bumps and in between the barriers. 23 corners take us twice over the bay to complete a single lap of this unique racetrack. The view is spectacular, the heat is unbearable. The race should be incredible. Anthony Davidson is alongside me in the commentary box this evening, and big race this one, a real test of endurance. Sounds right up your alley. Wouldn't you just love to be down there on the grid right now?
You know what, Crofty? I'm pretty happy to be up here in my air conditioning, thank you, right now. I can't stress just how difficult these conditions can be, especially when you consider it's the longest race on the calendar in terms of time. It's also one of those races where you have to remember to keep drinking, or there's a real risk of dehydration. Just like we saw with young Kevin Magnussen a couple of years ago, don't forget. We mentioned the bumps as well. Take a look at the onboards if you get a chance during this race. The movement in the suspension and the chassis is just incredible, and it's lots of hard work to wrestle the car around a lap here.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Nico Rosberg alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Hamilton, Romain Grosjean, and Gutierrez, Ricciardo, Alonso, Button, and a Ferrari, Perez, Massa, Nico Hülkenberg, and Kvyat, Magnussen, Sainz, Jolyon Palmer, and Pascal Wehrlein, Nasser, and Haryanto, Marcus Ericsson, and Valtteri Bottas starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap. right. Let me know you're all right.
Well, that's a absolute disappointment. I turned right trying to set up for a really good exit off of that corner, and well, I ended my race.
Made the difference here.
The difference was clearly in the strategy.
All it took was that
Tell
one
they've done a lot of
little
work on the
mistake.
football to really
And I
optimise
ended
each
the race,
stint and get the
and
most
we
out
didn't
of
even
the
finish on the
tyres.
podium as a team.
Highlights just how much of a team sport this really is.
There's some work to be done.
Credit
Maybe
to
we
drivers
won't
as well,
cease
though.
R&D,
It's very good
although I
having a
think
well-oiled
we're
machine
probably
behind the scenes
still
without
going to
tumbling
cease
down the road.
R&D and move forward.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here and after this round of the World Championship,
Kimi
here's how
finishes
things look in the
fifth
drivers'
even.
table.
Jeez.
Wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, well, I'm a bit spoilt for choice, Crofty. My instinct says Valtteri Bottas, and looking down the field, no one really jumps out.
Well, we'll move on to, I believe it is Malaysia, which is a track that I do actually usually have decent luck at. So hopefully that'll play in. We do inch closer also to the home Grand Prix of myself in the United States. I believe we're only like 2 or 3 races away, maybe. I think 2. I think all we have is Japan in the way. So hopefully the team is not too pissed off with me. I really don't think they are. I'm actually going to bring you guys practice and qualifying from the next event. So this video isn't, just short shit video, me completely fucking up, essentially. So yeah, let's do the barge boards. And let's see here. We have Malaysia, Japan, and then the US. So yeah, 2 more races, and then it'll be the United States Grand Prix, which is of course my home race. So that'll be something that I want to do. I'm actually also going to turn the formation lap off. I'm getting annoyed with that, to be honest. So I'm going to turn it off, and we're not even going to worry about it. And I forgot to hit cease R&D, but that's fine. I'll do it here. So that program is going to end. The 2016 car is finished, and we'll look forward to the 2017 car, which we don't actually have. Very disappointing, because that car is beautiful.
I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car, and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Yeah, all right. We've decreased our drag, and Renault has improved their cars as well. Look at them jumping up there. They're now a midfield team. And look at Williams. I don't think Williams has done anything. Jeez. Either way, we are done with research and development for season 1. Which, as you can see, the team really didn't do much before I came along. And I haven't really done much since then. But I don't think we really need to, as we've really closed in on Mercedes. And it'll be interesting to see how many points we can score before moving forward to next season. So we're going to go to practice 1, and I'm going to try to get all 3 practice programs done in practice 1. The tire wear test is something that I do struggle with, so maybe I'll skip that. I never do well with the tire test at Kuala Lumpur.
The time has
Anywhere
come
else,
to
I
start
actually
the
don't
session of the
really
race
have a
weekend.
problem.
It's practice
It's just
for the
cloudy,
Malaysia
right?
Grand Prix.
Don't tell me it's raining already.
A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
Good.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to
Alright,
worry
so
about, but as we have some new
looks like
cars,
there's
we'll just
some
go through
rain
them
in
before we to
all
spec.
3 practice sessions, and of course, it wouldn't be Malaysia without a monsoon. So the race is going to have pour down rain. So what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to get the qualifying pace done in the dry, since qualifying is going to be in the dry. But I'm going to wait until session 3 to do the track acclimatization. That way I can do that in the rain and full wets and everything. So let's get this done and out of the way. So I'm going to try to shoot for 1 lap of this. I really don't want to do any more than 1 lap. Let's see. I don't think I'll have to do more than 1 lap, but obviously I want purple. I don't think I'll have to do more than 1 lap to pass. I might have to get purple. Go purple in sector 1, which is a good start. Oh shit, that portion of the track is my worst. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a second lap. I'm gonna have to try to improve through there. Hate that section too. And through there. And I go purple, but I don't think that really means anything in that scenario. This car feels like shit almost. Okay.
We're down on our target times. Let's try to find a bit more.
No shit, Jeff. No shit. I don't know how many of you guys also play this, but let me tell you, I think the most annoying thing in the world is Jeff, the engineer. Not to mention, he comes on at the worst times. He doesn't know anything. And
Conditions should remain dry.
he really doesn't know strategy either. Like, he will literally tell you to do something. Like, oh, you need to do this now. When you really don't. And of course, I screw it up again. I can't come off of that one corner right. I don't know if I'm going to pass this. Alright. Well, at least that's an improvement over the last lap.
We'll want to rerun the program if we can't improve on that
There we go. And of course, we're going to lose it.
We haven't hit our program targets. Come in and take a look at the data, and if we have time, we'll rerun the program.
Yeah, I'm not going to rerun the program. I really don't feel like putting in another. I'm not going to be able to do it anyway. So rather than even worry about practice programs anymore, I'm just going to jump straight to the race. Or, well, qualifying, whatever. I am extremely disappointed in myself, though, with that back out in Malaysia.
I'm just passing on your qualifying for this weekend.
So they want us to Q5, beat Sergio, and beat Kimi. The Sergio part is not going to be hard. I don't even know why he's our rival. The Kimi part is probably going to be a little bit harder. And the Q5.
Sit back and put your feet up as we head into qualifying here in Kuala Lumpur. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out who's got pace in the car and who hasn't. Drivers tend to complain about tyre wear around this track, and the compounds on offer this weekend aren't likely to put that issue to bed. Is this going to be about who can make the tyres last?
Tyre wear is always something you have to consider to a certain degree. Finding a good car balance that suits the circuit will help prolong the life of the tyre, but it's true that some circuits, such as this one, are more challenging than others. How hard you can push them depends on your strategy and how tight the battle is around you.
We don't think you'll have any trouble getting into the next session, so don't push too hard.
Yeah, neither do I, Jeff. Jesus. Look at him, hiding behind the guy with the fan over there. Dick. Either way. Alright. Park for me, rules, blah, 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 blah. Head on to the track. I don't know why we're doing qualifying as the sun's going down, but really I don't care. I'm still dejected about that damn finish in Malaysia. Not Malaysia, Singapore. We're in Malaysia. Right. So we go to P1 in Q1, and we'll see how that works out for us for the remainder of this session. It looks like Raikkonen's on the track, and Verstappen beats us. Wow. And Kimi goes P3. All right. So I think that's good enough to go. So we're going to go ahead and end Q1. And it was for us. We go P2, Kimi's P4. Esteban Gutierrez, P3 for the Haas car. Wow. That's really, really good out of them. So we'll move on to P2, or Q2. Yeah. Or hopefully I can go from being P2 to P1. Although, obviously, I really don't care in this one as long as I get into the top 10. Because a maneuver into the top 10 equals top 10 starting spot in Q3. So. Wow, what a lap time by Rosberg. Jeez. And Raikkonen is fourth. Actually, P2 again. No, P3 now. I do think that time, though, was good enough to get us into Q3. So we'll carry on and just let it flow out to Q3. And Kimi goes back up to P4. So welcome back up to the top, Kimi. And he does it on medium tires. Although, I don't know why. Kimi, it's going to rain. But whatever. Both of the Red Bulls do the same. So we'll see if the medium tires changes anything. If those guys run faster. If Kimi runs faster in this final session. And I'm actually going to skip towards the end of this session. I'm going to give myself only one lap. For whatever reason, it seemed like all season long, whenever I do that, I'd actually put down a lap that was really, really fast for myself. So there we go. That's going to do it. One lap, and that's all I'm getting out of this. We're obviously going to try for the pole, but as long as we get a top 5, I'll be happy. split Ricardo out of that, that'll be great. We are kind of hoping that the Mercedes will continue to have problems. They obviously won in Singapore, but before that they were having some problems. They were having issues finishing well. Rosberg finished out of the points like 3 races in a row. Hamilton DNF once or twice, so we're hoping that they can kind of implode on themselves and really give us a shot at the Constructors title. I still think Hamilton's just too far ahead. The only person that can catch him is Nico. So. And we'll see what lap time Kimi does and what lap time we do as we go.
Nice job.
P2. I'll take it. It's not the pole, but it is a great starting position, and I believe I am. I'm splitting the Mercedes. Oh, that is fantastic. Wow. So it is literally Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull. And then you get the 2 Haas's and the 2 McLarens. So everybody split coming to the start of this race. This is going to be a great race, and yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know it's not the race that you kind of were promised, but I screwed that one up really easily. And like I said, I love street circuits. I don't think they like me. I really don't. I think street circuits hate me. So, either way, guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll have an NHL broadcast here for you soon. But before we do that, we will have the Kuala Lumpur Grand Prix, which is really the Malaysian Grand Prix. I'm going to call it the Monsoon Grand Prix. How about that? Because that's what it's going to be. So, welcome to the Monsoon Grand Prix, and we'll see you next time for that.